computer. Good evening, everyone. This is MoJo Monday, and Robert couldn't be with us today, but he asked Barbara and me to come and co-host this along with Jim Rhodes, who is always here. He's just, the staple of our group. And I just want to thank you each for coming. And we've got such great stories in store for you about EVibe. Now, some of them go a little bit more than EVibe, just about EVibe and then how EVibe can be used. So we're going to, first of all, go to Jim, because I'm not a doctor and I don't play one on TV. So Jim is going to give us a disclaimer, because none of us, I don't think, on this call right now are doctors. So Jim, do you want to give us the disclaimer that we need?
Absolutely.
To do for compliance?
Not being doctors, we cannot prescribe, diagnose patients or claim to heal anybody. And so we don't do that because we'd get in trouble. Only medical doctors and those who have those credentials can do such things. And we don't deal in medicine either. So we're not prescribing and telling people how to make themselves all well by using some medicine, but we do share what nutrition can do for the body. And with the knowledge that they can gain, that nutritional components can help the body do the work that it was designed to do and even self-heal, we have seen some remarkable things happen. This whole call is for educational purposes, for all of us to learn and make decisions if we would like to try some of the things that we hear others speaking about, because this tonight, MoJo Monday, is real and raw. It's not prescripted. We simply reached out to a few friends who have used some of these products, and tonight's discussion will be about energy and what it's like using one of these products that deliver incredible energy from natural sources, what it was like before they had that and what it's like now that they're using it, and it's called EVibe. And again, EVibe is a natural stimulant to help the body increase its energy, increase its metabolism, but it's not for nursing mothers or pregnant. And if you're under a doctor's care, always consult your doctor if you have any concerns, especially if you're on medication, about using products that help the body do what we think it does in a good way. And so with that, I'll turn it back over to Carol.
Okay, well, thank you so much for that, Jim. We're going to first go over to Las Vegas. Andy Sage has some stories to tell us, and
I thought we were just talking about EVibe. You want to hear stories?
No, just about EVibe, a story around EVibe.
Okay.
No, we've heard some of your stories, and those are fun.
I know. Well, first I have to say, this is our second flavor, and I think just about everybody on here knows this. And I was a little concerned because I loved our citrus flavor. So I felt like I'm kind of cheating on this a little bit when I ordered this. And now I'm like, citrus who? This is the best darn stuff. I am a 2-a-day girl, not because I need it, but because I don't drink coffee anymore. So I drink one in the morning. And then honestly, it is my favorite beverage to continue my afternoon with. It just has, when I was drinking coffee, I worked a lot and I would drink the coffee and then I would get slammed down. So I would drink some more coffee, and it was just this constant. You'd get home and be jittery, and yeah, there was energy, but it wasn't a focused energy. I feel like with this, I can be so much more intentional about it. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to need energy and focus. So I'm going to take a stick of EVibe. And again, the flavor is just incredible. I didn't think it was that big a deal for me until I let it run out. I know. Thankfully, I was up in Duck Creek, Utah. I did feel like I kind of was walking around with my knuckles on the ground because coffee just doesn't do it for me anymore. I need this. There's just something about it that's a cleaner lift. It's more like I am just happy and in a good mood, as opposed to I took something that makes me have energy. That's really the difference in the way I just phrased those two things. Anyway, I picked up some at the corporate office on the way home. I'm like, I guess I do want this in my body every day. So I love to sample with this too, because somebody can feel the products working right away, which just adds to the integrity of everything with Solevo. So I'm a big fan. You're muted.
Thank you. Next, I'm going to go to Jim to introduce our little Indian princess.
Okay, but
who's-
before I do that, I'm going to ask Andy, what is the new flavor that you like even better than the old one?
It's citrus. It is watermelon lime.
Whoa.
I know, right? And because it mixes so well, you can literally put it in a nice big goblet, with ice. And it's like, I do not live in the have-nots at all when it comes to what I put in my body. I feel like, sure, you can sit there with whatever you're drinking. I am happy as a clam with what I'm drinking. So yeah, watermelon lime. Very refreshing.
It's a great summertime sit on the porch drink. I live on a lake, and so to sit out on the porch and drink some EVibe,
to sit on the porch
Absolutely.
here, I would need to literally fill a bathtub full of ice cold EVibe to sit on the porch here. I'll stay inside and drink it just fine here. Shelly Jean knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, 115 makes everyone want to be indoors. Well,
Right.
next, I have the honor to introduce a guest who is family to me, literally. She married one of my favorite cousins, and she comes from the Navajo Nation. I call her our little princess. And she has an incredible story in and of herself. But when I asked her about EVibe today, and does she like it, she said, I more than like it. And so I asked her if she'd be a guest and share a little bit about what it's like before EVibe was presented to her, because you started out with just a shake or two a day to get incredible results and get up off the couch and become alive and vibrant again. But now you're going to the gym, you're doing all kinds of things. So I won't steal your thunder. Would you share, Michelle, with us your adventure with EVibe and why you like it?
Sure, I would love to. So there was a time where I weighed so much that the couch held me in. I couldn't lift myself off the couch. And like he said, I was doing the shake and the Fortitude 85 for a little while. And then this little package called EVibe came into my life and gave me even more energy to get not off the couch, but into my other favorite place called gym. And not that you're not my favorite, Jim, but he's coming really close to coming one of my faves places and stuff. And so I've been doing the EVibe before I was able to take the alpha. And that just motivated me even more. That's another thing, but the EVibe was awesome and it just gave me tons and tons of energy. But there's another reason I really like EVibe, and it just happened to be something or someone that's so close to me is my husband. And he does long hauls for UPS. And right now he's on, he's actually doing a drive right now, 6,000-mile drive.
Ooh.
And yeah, countries, from one of the US to the other, 6,000. Before he was able to do, he was drinking Pepsis like no other. Soda is what kept him, awake through these drives. And, sugar, we know we don't like that. And so this first trip a while ago, he started doing the EVibe and actually came back with soda in him. Hardly touched any soda. He was so surprised. He's like, he went from a 24 pack to a 12 pack to 3 cans. And now he does mostly EVibe through these trips. So
Wow.
He is loving it. I'm loving it because what did you say? On a long haul, we drive to stay alive. Well, this just keeps them alert and clear and energized through his 11-hour drive. He drives 11-hour shifts. Can you believe that? And that EVibe, that little packet, gets him through his drives.
Wow.
Wow.
Isn't
What
that
a
amazing?
Yes.
Amazing.
Not surprising to me because I
Not,
know
oh
what's
yeah,
in it. But
surprisingly amazing.
there you go. It is it is that need of a product. If you realize what's in there, it's loaded with B vitamins. It's loaded with 2 separate kinds of minerals. It's loaded with a natural stimulant of guarana from Brazil. All of these cofactors that are in the guarana also let that energy go up slow and last a long, long time level. And when it does run out, it just tapers off rather than drops you like a brick.
Can I share one really quick, one more real
Yeah.
quick with you?
Sure.
One of my best friends in the world. And she totally like blew me off for Zalevo. And I'm like, girl, you gotta try it. You gotta try it. So she actually had the C19 3 times. And the last time it destroyed her. She just had, she'd go to work, come home and totally just crash out. And so she finally came to me and said, okay, I'm going to give it a try. And so she sent me an email, or sorry, a voicemail saying, I love this. I can go through my job. I can do things afterwards. And oh my gosh, I love the voicemail. So just the energy that she has, and now she's just happy. And I mean, she's now doing the Ultra 30. So, it just takes that little start to get that energy to do a little bit more. So
Yeah.
I just wanted to mention that because she's amazing.
Wonderful.
You're
Wonderful.
amazing. Thank you for sharing.
I love your
Go ahead,
story,
Carol.
Michelle. I love it.
Thank you.
Okay, so next we're going to go down to, I'm not even sure where this gentleman is right now. He travels all over the country. I think he's in Florida. So Adam, can you come on and tell us a little bit about what you like about EVibe and how you use it?
And you find me. I'm like Waldo. I'm hanging out with Waldo in South Florida right now. Hi, Barbara. Hi, Carol. And hi, Big Brother Jim and everybody else here. Any story about EVibe is going to start with before EVibe. And before EVibe, I was recovering from a car crash. I didn't have a need for much energy because I couldn't move much. And I'm trying to get my body back into shape. And Carol calls me and says to be taking her collagen protein. I took her collagen protein, and all of a sudden my muscles, my tendons, my ligaments, everything's starting to get back, and everything's good except I'm sucked in by my couch and I can't move. We heard that line earlier, and I needed to get to the gym, and I put the burn mode in, and I started to convert my fat into fuel and really start to get things to move back, but I had no endurance at all. It was all little short snippets. And then I started to play pickleball, and the fat started to melt off. My body was feeling pain-free, and I started with EVibe. And the energy it gave me was much different than the energy from coffee, and much different than like one of those high sugar energies. It wasn't like pumping my heart. It's like an alertness, an aliveness, a vibrancy that really increased my vibrations. The name was so cool, EVibe. Now I'm vibrating on a higher level, and not only was able to get my pickleball game better, but I could play more often and more often. And I want to share with you guys one of the side effects of EVibe. The side effect is gold medals. So I came to, I took the EVibe. As a matter of fact, call it the pickleball punch. And it's the EVibe trio. And it's a beautiful combination of all things. And without the EVibe in there, I don't know how energy. By the way, when you play in a tournament, you play a certain amount of games. and then you're done unless you win. And if you win, then you get to go back and play more against the best people in the tournament. And when I was in Utah playing for my first medal, they had a snow. They literally had to stop the whole tournament for the snow delay. Then the referee comes back and says, "Hey, are you guys ready to go play?" And I'm like, "No, hold on." And I took another EVibe, mixed it up, drank it, and it just destroyed the competition. They had no energy left. I outplayed them. The endurance game was there. There was never a time where I was just too upbeat or too pumped up. It was nice and easy, and it was a beautiful thing. So I thank Carol for introducing me to all things Zalevo, and EVibe has its place in my training regimen now.
Wonderful, wonderful. And a gold medal to prove it. So anyway, Adam is known around the group here as Mr. Pickleball. So Gail, are you ready to share the story about your son? Thank you, Adam.
I am. My son was 15 years old and he was doing weight training in school. And every day he would come home from school and he would just go right to his room. He would end up laying down on his bed because he was so exhausted every day. And I was starting to worry if something was wrong with him because he just spent so much time resting and in his room after school every day. And then when I started introducing the products more and more to my kids, I handed him some EVibe and he's like, "Is it okay for me to take this?" And I said, "Absolutely. This is safe for you to take. It's okay. Just if you feel like it's too much, then only take half a packet," and helped him to be able to self-regulate, what is and isn't okay for his own body. And so he would take the packets with him. And at his lunch break, he would take his EVibe and then go to weight training right after lunch was over. And next thing you know, he's coming home from school and he's out on his skateboard. He's going for bike rides. He's going to the park to throw the ball for the dog, taking the dog for a walk, and just being really active. And a side benefit of it is he was actually sleeping better at night because instead of coming home and just relaxing all afternoon, now he's out and being active and utilizing his own energy. So now he sleeps better at night because he's resting when he should be resting instead of all afternoon after his school day. So it's been a really good thing for him. And just knowing that he can just keep one in his backpack, he doesn't have to worry about, keeping it cold or a can exploding or any of those kinds of things like other drinks would do for him. So it's nice to know it's a healthy option for him to keep his energy levels up.
That's a wonderful story. Now, do you drink EVibe?
Oh, I drink a lot of EVibe. So I was up to 3 energy drinks a day, and I hate to admit it, but of the bad ones. And since then I do 2 EVibe packets a day. So not only do I drink less energy drinks, but they're the healthier options too. So EVibe has definitely helped me with being a mom of 4 children and working full time and keeping so busy. I'm able to maintain my energy levels with the EVibe. So
Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, and last but not least, we have well, actually, we have enough time. Barbara, do you want to tell your EVibe story? You had said that you'd love to tell it.
Absolutely. Yeah, I love EVibe. The thing is that and from the beginning, EVibe just really helped me with that afternoon lag time. I just felt I had more focus, more just that sustained energy in the afternoon. But then when they came out with the new one and I turned up my nose and said, "I don't like watermelon or lime." And so really seriously, watermelon and lime, 2 things that I don't like. And I said, but you know what? It's got the little upgrade. And I went, all right, I'll try it. Oh, wow. I love the watermelon lime. It is great. And really, it's just taken the regular EVibe to the next level. And I just I would come home lots of times, or in the afternoon, I would just kind of feel that little lag. And today had a little bit of a challenging day and took a sunshine break. And normally sometimes I would fall asleep on my sunshine break. And today I was alert. I was doing stuff, but I was still enjoying the sun. So I know it was because of EVibe. So I love it.
Wonderful.
it.
Wonderful. I've heard a saying that the thing that people fight the hardest against, that when they turn around and go with that flow, that's what they're the most vibrant with it. They are just sold. And part of it's because they fought it so hard, which
Yeah.
Barbara's never done anything like that.
Yeah. I didn't think I needed it. I mean, I've been in the wellness space for 30 years. So when I was introduced to this, it was just, one more thing. Yeah. It's not going to make any difference. And it has absolutely changed. It's just taken my nutritional levels to just a whole new level that
Yes.
I would never have thought possible.
I think that's true for all of us. I really, really do. Okay, so let's go to Papa Jim and let him bring it on home for us.
Wow. To share my story about EVibe, have you got another hour?
No.
Okay.
We would listen to you forever, and you know that, but Robert's got us on a
5-minute
leash.
tether.
Yeah.
And it's rightfully so. My story with EVibe is that when you have 27 grandkids, their names kind of escape you. But I have discovered if I've had an EVibe in the last hour to 3 hours of running into any one of my grandkids, I know their name and it just pops out and I go, gosh, this is so cool having a memory of all of these things that sometimes escape when I go to talk to them. But also I teach different classes, and that's when I really want my memory, intact. And it makes the difference of sharpness. I remember little details that I haven't even repeated for a long time, like when I was 45 and 50. And so the mental clarity I get from a single EVibe, or I will mix one up in the morning and use it during the morning time and put the rest in the fridge. And then if I have like a call tonight, if I wanted to go into detail about all the ingredients that are in that incredible product, I could actually name about 90% of them just from memory. And that is pretty cool when you're 75. Because the one thing that I don't want to lose is who I am and who you are. And EVibe has my vote. If you want something fun that you will see almost immediately, watch your energy change, watch your mental clarity change, your whole cognitive ability, because it gets the blood flowing to where it's needed. And it's loaded with the right vitamins and minerals from the natural sources. That apple phenon is something else. If you ever do a deep dive, you will flip, as well as the 27,000 ORAC score that it has on one single stick. 27,000, realizing that a cup of blueberries only has 9,000 ORAC score as an antioxidant. One stick of EVibe, 27,000. So yeah, again, I could talk for a few hours about it, but I won't. It's just good and it tastes delicious. I mean, like you guys, but I'm the citrus guy. The citrus guy, I could drink that just as my best drink. I mean, it's even one that can replace Dr. Pepper. And I didn't think anything in the world could ever catch up with that one. So I am so grateful that it's good for me and it's delicious.
Well, and I love both flavors, and it's so, it's good to hear what everybody's choices are. And Jim, you are such a plethora of information and everyone's chatting in. And I agree that we could listen to you for hours if Robert didn't have us on a tight leash. However, the thing I like about the watermelon lime is it can go in the way shakes where the citrus cannot. And stuff. I actually asked Kirsty that personally. And because in the beginning, I was throwing EVibe in my whey shakes, and she said, doesn't it taste kind of wangy? And I'm like, I like it, I loved what it was doing for me and how everything, everything goes together, and it's an amazing company, an amazing culture, totally phenomenal products. And get back with whoever invited you to watch this video, because they can hook you up with some of these great things. And you've heard it, this calls about EVibe, but you heard a smattering of other things, and everything we have is top notch. And I want everybody to unmute if you can, please. And I want everybody to just clap and tell all our speakers thank you, because that is, yeah, just thank you so much. Every one of them, great stories, great
Good
stories.
job, you
Thanks,
guys.
everybody.
Yes,
Thank you.
thank you.
We love you.
And then Jim always likes to send us out with one of our favorite sayings. So Jim, you wanna
Yes,
send us
I'll
out?
introduce any new people who will be watching this. One of our favorite things that we like to repeat is we want to be a force for good. And so in our closing, I give us to the count of 3, and everybody who wants to lift their arms and be a force for good, join us by saying it softly or shouting it to the heavens, force for good. 1, 2, 3, force for good.
Thank you. Thank you. Everyone
Bye,
who
everybody.
knows their stories. These
We're-
stories have been great. Thank
They
you
sure
so,
have.
so
Every
much.
one of those stories are life-changing.
Yes.
And that's what all of these products are. They all have a hero in them that is so different than anything else out there.
Yeah.
The natural nutrients that are in this EVibe are healthy for us while lifting us at the same time. So we're accomplishing all the above.
Yes.
Thanks for joining
So,
us.
y'all
Thank you,
have a
Carol,
wonderful
Barbara, for
evening.
hosting. Good job. Thank you, everyone, for
Good night,
sharing.
everybody.
Have a good
Bye.
night.
The end of a
See
race.
you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.